Hi everyone, I'm Gitika Arora. Me and my group members have researched and prepared a presentation on ethical culture in accounting. What does culture mean in our topic? Culture here means that accountants feel that they are supposed to do whatever is in the best interest of their clients and they might lose the customers if they don't agree with the clients. Our research is based on the impact of unethical culture in accounting and whether we need more strict rules to avoid scandals. So, the question arises, why are we doing this research? There are many accounting scandals that happened, such as global financial crisis, Enron, Panama Papers, and some more. The common finding from all the scandals is unethical accounting. So, this inspires us to the first research question, which is, do accountants practice unethical standards caused by doing whatever is in the best interest of the client? Why does this happen? It is because of customer centric behavior. This is a fear of customer going to other accountant which leads to make accountants do what is in the best interest of the clients instead of what is ethical. Now, currently we know there are accounting rules by accounting bodies in form of accounting standards. But still these rules can't avoid these scandals because of accountants. They're managing to find the loopholes by playing around the rules. By this, we come to our second research question, which is, does accounting needs to be more ethical or the rules need to be more strict? For this, Matthew Gill says, tighter regulations can be counterproductive, which means we don't have the option of making rules more strict, but accountants should be taught to be more ethical. Now, we come to theory framework. Our research theory is inspired by accountants, Truth, which was written by Matthew Gill. He conducted a research of 10 chartered accountants, presenting them with the financial scenario and asking them their responses for stated accounting problems in this scenario. Moreover, there are some hypotheses for this research. The first one is lack of trust in financial reports due to scandals. The second one is unethical practices made to retain clients by firms. And the last one comes to accountant needs to be more aware of ramifications of their decisions. Now, the further literature review and findings will be explained by my other group members who helped me in my research. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am going to talk about the literature review and a research method. First of all, we will have a look at literature review. Several reviews were considered prior to forming this literature review, but none of them has focused on the culture of accountants believing that the job is only to serve the best interests of the clients. They have not thought about the society at large. But Morgan focused on the cultural values of accounts, which were responsible for the decision made in the professional life. Morgan concluded that accounting is an art, not a science. He believed that due to the language, tools and technology, philosophical framework of accounting plays an active role in the construction of reality. Accounting is highly driven by the culture in which it is practiced and performed. Accounting was considered once to have the highest integrity among all professions. However, this view has been changed as many financial scandals have been taken place in past. Now I will be talking about research method. Our study has adopted qualitative and descriptive research design. A face-to-face interviews were conducted with the 50 chartered accountants from the medium-sized accounting firm to the big four accounting firms. In an interview, accountants were asked to fill a questionnaire which consisted of 10 multiple choice questions regarding the accounting policies. Over here, I would like to share few of the questions from the questionnaire. Is accounting firm required to follow a straight line method or diminishing value method for the depreciation? Another question, is accounting firm required to follow FIFO or LIFO method for the valuations of their stock? The data collected through the structured survey is a direct approach. The primary sources for the data will be the questionnaire and interview schedule. The research participants will be picked using the stratified random sampling method from the Chartered Accountants Directory, which is available from ICAA, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Australia. The selected respondents will be contacted and a questionnaire will be presented to them for the further response. Now I would like to call my friend Arjun to continue this presentation by saying the findings and the conclusion for the topic. Thank you.
So, in a nutshell, what we're trying to do through our research is look for the reason why ethics in accounting have gone down, what we can do to make it correct, and what we can do as a profession in accounting to bring it back together. And so far, through our research, we found out that the cultural impact of doing good for the customer is a major reason for why the ethics in accounting as a profession have gone down. We already discussed the research problem, the research questions that we're going to frame, the theory of the framework, and the literature review and the methods that we're going to apply for the research. I'll be discussing the expected findings that we might find at the end of the research and what outcomes we would be resulted in after the end of the research. So before we get into the expected findings, I'd like to discuss a few hypotheses that we'll take into consideration before we end up with the expected findings of the research. So I've got three basic findings and three basic hypotheses that I'd like to display before you. The hypothesis would be that the trust of accounting as a profession has been lost in people's eyes, and that's why at the end of the research we want to bring it back to the people as a profession and as a faculty together. The second would be the unethical practices and the frequency at that they occur in modern times is way too much, and it is, like I said, unethical. So it is not just valid but also wrong. The third and the most important would be that the sophistication of accounting rules or making them stricter is not a solution to having better accounting and better ethical accounting, might I say. And for my expected findings, we'll be focusing on the reason for the current scandals that have been occurring. We'll be also assessing the reason why these scandals occur and what manipulates these accountants to do these unethical things, apart from the fact that they're just trying to get their customer base better and not to lose their competition among the whole idea of offices and accounting firms in today's world. For the outcomes, we'll like to be focusing on the change of accounting profession in the modern times and how it has been made worse by accountants and what we can do to make it good again. The second would be the better idea of the decision making, what affects the decisions, what accountants do, and what can be the outcome. We want to have the knowledge of what our decisions would impact upon. Thank you.